Ever dreamed of uncovering hidden gems beneath the earth? Welcome to Gemstone Hunting 101, your ultimate beginner's guide to finding nature's treasures. From essential tools to expert tips, we'll show you how to identify, collect, and preserve stunning gemstones, all while exploring breathtaking locations. Subscribe now and join the adventure, because the next precious find could be yours. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Gemstone enthusiasts, welcome to our latest video series, Gemstone Hunting 101, the ultimate guide for beginners. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we've got you covered. In this series, we'll be diving into the world of gemstone hunting, from the basics to the more advanced techniques. We'll teach you how to identify different types of gemstones, where to find them, and how to properly care for them. We'll also be sharing some of our favorite gemstone hunting spots, both near and far. So, pack your bags and get ready for an adventure. Our goal is to make gemstone hunting accessible and enjoyable for everyone. We believe that everyone should have the opportunity to experience the thrill of finding that perfect gemstone. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gemstone hunting tips and tricks. Happy hunting! Gemstone hunting is an exhilarating adventure that combines the thrill of discovery with the beauty of nature. This guide aims to introduce beginners to the captivating world of gemstone hunting, covering everything from the geological processes that create these stunning treasures to the essential gear and techniques needed for a successful hunt, with a focus on responsible practices and safety. This document will equip you with the knowledge to embark upon your own gemstone hunting journey. The allure of gemstone hunting. Gemstone hunting is not just about finding beautiful stones. It's about uncovering hidden treasures and experiencing the joy of exploration. As you wander through nature, you may stumble upon vibrant gemstones that showcase unique colors and textures, each with its own story to tell. The history of gemstone hunting is rich and varied, with cultures around the world cherishing these natural wonders for centuries. From ancient civilizations to modern enthusiasts, the allure of gemstones has captivated the human spirit. Understanding gemstone formation. To appreciate gemstones fully, it's essential to understand how they are formed. Gemstones originate from various geological processes, including magma. Some gemstones, like diamonds, form deep within the Earth's mantle under extreme heat and pressure. Metamorphic rocks, other stones, such as garnets, are created when existing rocks undergo transformation due to heat and pressure. Sedimentary environments. Stones like opals can form in sedimentary layers, often in the presence of water. Different types of gemstones correspond to these formation processes, and visual aids can help illustrate these concepts. Additionally, the concept of mineral hardness, measured by the Mohs scale, plays a crucial role in identifying gemstones, as it determines their durability and suitability for various gemstone hunting spots. Finding the right location is key to a successful gemstone hunt. Here are some tips for identifying potential hunting spots. Geological maps. Study geological maps to understand the types of rocks and minerals present in an area. Riverbeds. Many gemstones are washed downstream, making riverbeds prime hunting locations. Abandoned mines. Old mining sites can be treasure troves of gemstones, but always ensure you have permission to explore. Researching local geology and regulations is vital to ensure a safe and legal hunting experience. Look for geological clues, such as specific rock formations or soil types, that may indicate the presence of gemstones. Essential gear and techniques. Equipping yourself with the right tools is essential for successful gemstone hunting. Here are some must-have items. Pickaxes and shovels, for digging and extracting stones from the ground. Tanning equipment, useful for sifting through sediment in rivers and streams. Magnifying glasses, for close inspection of gemstones to identify their characteristics. Proper techniques for digging, panning, and identifying gemstones can significantly enhance your success rate. Always prioritize safety by wearing appropriate gear and following ethical practices, such as leaving the environment as you found it. Gemstone identification and preservation. Once you've found your gemstones, it's important to identify and preserve them properly. Key aspects of gemstone identification include color. The hue of the gemstone can provide clues about its type. Clarity. The presence of inclusions or blemishes can affect a stone's value. Cut. The way a gemstone is shaped can influence its brilliance. Carat weight. Heavier stones are often more valuable. Using a magnifying glass and other tools can aid in close inspection. After identification, responsible cleaning and preservation techniques will ensure your gemstones remain beautiful for years to come. Embarking on a gemstone hunting adventure can be a rewarding experience filled with excitement and discovery. With this guide, you are now equipped with the knowledge to begin your journey into the fascinating world of gemstones. To evaluate gemstones effectively, several tools can be employed. Loupe. A loupe is a small magnifying glass that allows for close examination of gemstones. By using a loupe, one can identify inclusions, assess clarity, and examine the overall quality of the stone. Light source. Proper lighting is crucial when evaluating gemstones. Natural light or a specialized gem light can help reveal the true color and brilliance of a gemstone, allowing for a more accurate assessment. Other tools. Additional tools such as a refractometer, which measures the refractive index, and a hardness tester can provide further insights into the gemstone's properties and quality. By utilizing these tools and understanding the key concepts of gemology, anyone can enhance their ability to identify and evaluate gemstones accurately. This knowledge not only enriches the experience of gemstone enthusiasts, but also aids in making informed purchases and investments.
All right, let's get ready for an adventure. Today we're digging deep into the world of gemstones. We're taking a deep dive into Gemstone Hunting 101, the ultimate guide for beginners.
Sounds exciting.
I know, right? I'm already picturing myself, out in the field unearthing some massive sparkling ruby.
Whoa, now hold on a minute. Finding a ruby, especially a giant one, that takes a lot more than just, enthusiasm.
Of course. That's why we have this awesome guide. So, where do we even begin? Is it really as simple as just grabbing a shovel and heading for the hills?
Well, not exactly. Before we start digging, we've got to understand how these gemstones are formed in the first place.
Okay, makes sense. So, what are we talking about here?
Well, it's kind of like knowing the origin story of your favorite superhero. Understanding where their powers come from. And just like superheroes, gemstones, well, they have different origin stories.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about these gemstone origin stories.
All right, so some gemstones, they're born from fire, deep within the earth. Intense heat and pressure in magma, that's the Earth's molten heart, it creates the perfect conditions for gems like diamonds to crystallize.
So diamonds, they're like the superheroes forged in the fires of a volcano.
Exactly.
Awesome. What other kinds of origin stories are there?
Then you have gemstones that undergo a transformation. They start as ordinary rocks, but get transformed by, again, intense heat and pressure. Think of it like caterpillars becoming butterflies. Garnets are a great example of this.
Garnets, so they're the superheroes who got their powers through some kind of intense training montage.
Yeah, I like that analogy. And finally, you have gemstones that form in layers over time, often with water involved. Imagine minerals slowly depositing over centuries, eventually solidifying into gems like opals.
Okay, so we have fire, transformation, and slow, steady buildup. Those are our main gemstone origin stories. I got it.
Yeah.
But how does that help us actually find them?
Well, because knowing how a gemstone forms, it gives us clues about where to look for it.
So each origin story is like a clue to the superhero's hideout.
You got it. And speaking of clues, the guide also mentions something called the Mohs scale. Have you ever heard of it?
Vaguely. Remind me. What's the Mohs scale, and how does it help us on our gemstone quest?
The Mohs scale measures mineral hardness. Think of it as a gemstone's superpower rating, like how strong they are. Diamonds. They're the superheroes with the highest rating. They can scratch almost any other gem.
So knowing the Mohs scale can help us identify gems in the field, right?
Yes, exactly. But it also helps us understand how to care for a gemstone. You wouldn't, for example, want to store diamonds with other gems because they could scratch them up.
Oh, good point. Okay, so we've got our gemstone origin stories, we've got our superpower ratings. What's next? Do we get our treasure maps?
You got it. The guide says finding the right location is key to any successful treasure hunt. And it recommends starting with geological maps.
So those are our treasure maps.
Think of them that way. Geological maps, they'll tell you the types of rocks and minerals present in different areas.
Okay, so we need to brush up on our map reading skills.
Yeah.
What else does the guide suggest?
Well, it also suggests checking out riverbeds. They're like nature's conveyor belts carrying gemstones downstream over time.
So it's like panning for gold, but for all sorts of different gems.
Exactly. Picture yourself sifting through the sediment, the anticipation building with each handful, and then, bam! You spot a flash of color,
Okay, riverbeds are definitely on my list. What about abandoned mines? Are those worth exploring?
They can be, but safety and legality are super important here. Always research local regulations and get permission before venturing into any abandoned mine.
Of course, safety first. But the idea of exploring an old mine for hidden gems, it's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. Just be sure to do it responsibly. All right, now that we have our treasure maps and know our potential hunting grounds.
Time to gear up. What kind of tools do we need for this gem hunting adventure? So what are we talking about here? Like Batman's utility belt.
Huh. Well, maybe not quite that fancy. But the guide does talk about some, basic but essential tools you're going to need. So first off, you'll need a good pickaxe and a shovel.
Ah, so those are for like when we need to really dig deep, unearthing those hidden gems for the depths of the earth.
Exactly. And then for those riverbeds, remember, you'll need some panning equipment. This is the classic method for separating the gems from all that other stuff.
Right, right. I can already picture myself patiently swirling that pan around, waiting for a gemstone to like suddenly appear.
And of course, don't forget a good magnifying glass.
Oh yeah, that's for getting up close and personal with your finds, huh? Like a gemstone detective.
Exactly, you got it. And the guide also stresses the importance of using, proper techniques and practicing safety out there. We don't want any gemstone hunting mishaps.
Right. Safety first. Always important. Okay, so let's move on to the part where we actually find the gemstones. How do we know if we've struck it rich? How do we identify these treasures?
Ah, the moment of truth, right. Well, the guide breaks down gemstone identification into a few key factors. First up, we have color. It's the most obvious thing you notice about a gemstone, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the vibrant blues of sapphires, the fiery reds of rubies.
Exactly. Each color tells you something about the gemstone.
So if I find a deep green stone, that can indicate a certain type of mineral, and then I can, like, narrow it down from there.
Precisely. And the guide also talks about clarity. This means how many inclusions or blemishes are inside the stone.
Wait, so imperfections are a good thing?
Sometimes, yes. Think of them like little fingerprints. They're unique markings that tell us about the gem's history, And sometimes they can even make a gemstone more valuable.
Wow, so it's not just about finding a perfect, flawless stone. The imperfections are part of the story.
Exactly. And then we have the cut. That's all about the shape of the gemstone, how it reflects light, and, how sparkly it is.
It's like giving the gemstone a makeover.
Exactly. Now, one more important factor. Carat weight.
So the bigger the gem, the more valuable it is.
Well, generally speaking, yes. Larger gemstones are rarer, which is why they're more valuable.
Okay, so we have color, clarity, cut, and carat weight. Those are the 4 C's of gemstone identification.
Got it. So what about preserving our treasures once we find them?
Right. So the guide mentions using, things like magnifying glasses for closer inspection, and it emphasizes handling your finds with care. Different gemstones need to be cleaned and preserved in different ways.
I bet, you wouldn't want to use harsh chemicals on a delicate opal, would you?
Exactly. It's all about understanding what each gemstone needs.
This guide's given us a lot of great information. Gemstone formation, location scouting, the tools we need, and then how to actually identify and care for the gemstones.
Yeah, it's a great starting point. But what's interesting to me is that, this guide focuses mostly on the individual's experience. The thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of finding a beautiful stone.
Which is amazing. But you're thinking there's more to it. Well, there's another layer to this whole gemstone world, a bigger picture that's worth thinking about. The journey of a gemstone, from deep within the earth to eventually, ending up in someone's collection.
So we've been focused on the individual adventure, but we haven't really considered the whole journey.
Right. This guide's great for learning how to find gemstones, but it doesn't really get into the impact of that process. How do we extract these gemstones in a way that's responsible?
Yeah, the environmental impact is something I never even thought about.
And then there's the question of where the gemstones come from, making sure the people involved in the whole process, from mining to selling, are treated fairly.
So it's like we've learned the basics of treasure hunting, but now we need to understand the bigger context.
Exactly. It's about thinking beyond just our own personal discoveries and considering the whole story.
Wow, you've given us a lot to think about. Okay, before we get too deep into those questions, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about the actual process of gemstone hunting. Gemstone formation, location scouting, the tools we need, how to identify the gemstones, and even how to preserve them. It really makes you realize there's a whole world out there, hidden beneath our feet.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? And there's always more to discover, both, out in the field and in how we think about these things.
Yeah, for sure. So to anyone listening, who's feeling inspired to go on their own gemstone hunting adventure, we hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge to get started.
Remember, every gemstone has a story. Think about where it came from as you search for these treasures. It's a journey from deep within the earth to your very hands.
And as you learn to identify, appreciate the unique qualities of each gemstone, its color, clarity, cut, carat weight. It's worth taking a moment to think about the bigger picture.
Happy hunting, everyone. And may your adventures be filled with both, amazing discoveries and maybe even a few insightful reflections along the way.
Until next time.